Welcome to Rich's era. At his Pennsylvania rally, the preceding president gave exactly the egocentric display his Democratic nemesis attempted to provoke. Earlier than we intend to hold, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. In 2016, Mountaineer Clinton warned that Donald Trump become an idiot who is probably baited with a tweet. This beyond weekday night, in Philadelphia, Joe Biden upped the ante with the aid of using asking, in effect, what moron difficulty might in all likelihood the previous president do if baited with a complete speech? On Sat night, the Globe were given its answer. For the 2022 election cycle, practical Republicans had an obvious and simple plan. Don't allow the election be regarding Trump constructed approximately fuelo line expenses, or crime, or the border, or race, or intercourse education, or something but Trump. Trump misplaced the famous Select Out 2016. He misplaced control of the House in 2018. He misplaced the presidency in 2020. He misplaced every Senate seats in Georgia in 2021. Republicans had clever motive to dread the mayhem he'd produce if he joined the combat in 2022. Just so they pleaded with Trump to live out of the 2022 race. A Republican chief in the course of a close contest told CNN on August 19, "I don't say his call, ever. Possibly the pleas have been forever doomed to fail. Show Trump a spotlight, and he's progressing to step into it." But Republicans stapled their hopes on the possibility that Trump might in all likelihood muster the referee's self-control this one time, a few regard for the hobbies and wishes of his companions and allies. One in each of the wishes of Biden's Philadelphia assault on Trump's faction in the birthday celebration become positive as capturing to goad Trump. It worked. Yesterday, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Trump addressed a rally supposedly in help of Republican applicants in the kingdom, Mehmet Oz for the Senate, the Epiphany proponent Doug Mastriano for governor. This wasn't Trump's preliminary 2022 rally speech. He spoke in Arizona in July. But this one become different, so extreme, strident, and unsightly, so honestly irritated with the aid of using Biden's speech that this become what led local news. Donald Trump blasts Philadelphia. President Biden all through rally for Doug Mastriano, Dr. Oz in Wilkes-Barre. Yes, you browse that proper reason in Pennsylvania, the president denounced the kingdom's biggest city. "I count on Philadelphia becoming super choice to construct this speech of emotion and anger." Biden's speech become hatred and anger, Trump declared ultimate night. Last year, Metropolis set an uncomparable homicide report with 560 homicides, and it's at the proper song to shatter that report yet again in 2022 in numbers nobody's ever visible apart from in any other Democrat-run cities. Trump spoke at length regarding the Federal Bureau of Investigation seek of his residence for purloined authorities' files. He lashed out on the FBI, assaulted the Bureau and additionally the Department of Justice as vicious monsters. He complained approximately the FBI searching his closets for stolen authorities' files, unwittingly reminding anybody that the FBI had actually found stolen authorities' files in his closet and in his restroom too. Trump called Biden an enemy of the kingdom. He abused his birthday celebrations chief in the U.S. Senate as any individual who must be ashamed. He claimed to own gained the famous Select Out the Kingdom of Pennsylvania, which, in fact, he misplaced with the aid of using over 80,000 votes. The rally layout allowed time for below brief feedback with the aid of using the two applicants absolutely at the ballot, Oz and Mastriano. Its message become in any other case all Trump, Trump, Trump. A Republican vote can be a Trump vote. A Republican vote is a vote to recommend lies regarding the 2020 presidential election. On and on that went, in the course of a drawn-out display of egocentric damage that become exactly the conduct that Biden's Philadelphia speech have been designed to elicit. Each day because the Federal Bureau of Investigation seek of Mar-a-Lago has delivered new evidence that Trump nonetheless dominates the Republican Party. He has extracted help even from might-be competitors like Everglades State Governor Wes Chaddock DeSantis. Rituals of submission inside a party hierarchy that respects completely acts of domination. Republican trendy meeting leaders urgently but dispiritedly attempted to preclude the hazard that this subsequent election might grow to be but one extra countrywide vote on Trump's leadership. Despite Trump's mendacity and boasting, Politicians who will rely to 50 and 218 the character numbers required for a majority in the Senate and House should be pressured to reckon with the real international expenses of Trump's defeats. But Biden understood their man's mental technological know-how too well. Biden got here to Philadelphia to supply a wound to Trump's unbounded but fragile ego. Trump obligated with a monstrously egoistic meltdown 48 hours later. And presently his party has obscurity to hide. Trump has overwritten his call on each Republican line of every ballot in 2022. Biden dangled the bait. Trump took it and location his complete party at the hook with him. Republican leaders are left with little or no opportunity but to fake to like it.